I'm going to make something today that I'm going to add to the basics section of the recipe archive of my website, mobilehomegourmet.com. I'll put the URL down there for you. Okay, just to explain, I'm going to be making my own sweetened condensed milk. And the reason why, for a couple of reasons, is one, I have a recipe on my website, and it's on a YouTube video for a copycat version of Bailey's Irish Cream. And one of the ingredients is sweetened condensed milk. But I've heard from people who've said that that product isn't available where they live. What can they do? Well, you can make your own. But I haven't had a recipe for it or a video for it. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to make sweetened condensed milk. And then, because my bottle is empty and the holidays are coming up, a week from today will be Thanksgiving. And then next month, of course, December will be Christmas. And I like to have some Baileys in the refrigerator for when guests come to call. I can offer them something to drink. So at the end of this video, I'm actually going to make up another batch of my copycat Bailey's Irish Cream. But first, let's make our own sweetened condensed milk. Into a medium saucepan, I'm going to be putting in 18 fluid ounces. This is 2 cups here. That's 16 fluid ounces. And I'm actually using heavy whipping cream, which is fine because I'm making Bailey's Irish Cream, not Bailey's Irish Milk. Can I get that in there? Not very nicely. Okay. But that's good enough. Okay, so 18 fluid ounces of heavy whipping cream. That's about 570 milliliters. And then you can use 1/2 cup or about 100 grams of sugar. I'm going to be making mine sugar free because I've been on a keto diet lately, and just in case someone who shows up might be diabetic, like I have a neighbor who's diabetic, I'm going to be using stevia instead. And 9 packets has the sweetening power of about 1/2 cup of sugar. And if you want it sweeter, you can just add more sweetener. I'm using actually Viau stevia. And then 2 ounces of unsalted or clarified butter. This is my clarified butter. All right, and then I'm going to whisk that together, get that blended. And then I'm going to move this to the stove. So I've got the flame going under this. It's at about medium-high, the flame. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to reduce it to low. And I'm actually going to move the pot to a simmer burner on the back of my stove. And I'm going to simmer this uncovered, stirring it often, like I'm doing right now, for 60 to 90 minutes. Yes, it's a long time, but I really want to condense that liquid down. And what I'll end up with is the equivalent of about 14 ounces by weight, or 400 grams of sweetened condensed milk, in this case, heavy cream. And that's what you get when you buy a can of sweetened condensed milk here in the USA. It's about 14 ounces, 400 grams. So now here we are, quite a while later, because I simmered that cream to reduce it down for 1 hour and 10 minutes to get the consistency that I wanted. I'll show you that in a moment. And then I took it off the heat and let it cool thoroughly for at least another hour. So let's look at this sweetened condensed milk that I have. So there's my cream, and see how slowly it's flowing in that pan? It's really thick. Nice, thick consistency. It's almost like custard. Now I'm ready to make my copycat Bailey's Irish Cream. I transferred it to a measuring cup because I knew I should get about 1 1/3 cups out of this, which would be about 310 milliliters. I ended up getting 1 1/2 cups, just a little bit more, 350 milliliters. So I reduced that just about exactly what I needed. I'm ready to start making my copycat Baileys. So I'm going to start by putting in a quarter cup, 60 milliliters of strong brewed coffee. And by the way, while I was waiting for my sweetened condensed milk to cool, I went over to Costco and got a flu shot. And then I'm going to add, this is my sweetened condensed milk. Look how nicely thick that is. That's beautiful. Put all of that in there. Okay, that's good enough. What's next? I need some half and half, and I need some heavy cream. So I need 1/2 cup, which is 120 milliliters of half and half. For those of you in other countries who don't know what half and half is, it's a product, a dairy product we have here that is, they call it half and half. It's like half milk, half heavy cream. We like it in our coffee. It's a little bit richer. So 1/2 cup of that, and then a 1/2 cup, again, 120 milliliters of heavy whipping cream. And put that in there. What's next? 2 tablespoons of chocolate syrup. Get that in there. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I know each one of these squirts is a 1/4 teaspoon, so 4 of these. And then 1 teaspoon, I have a measuring spoon for this. 1 teaspoon of pure almond extract. Pour that in there. And then I want to get this blended before I add my whiskey. So I got that nicely blended. I'm going to be adding 1.5 cups, or 350 milliliters of Irish whiskey. This is Jameson's. So there's 1 cup. And then finally a 1/2 cup. A little bit more. There it is, 1/2 cup. And that's how easy it is to make copycat Bailey's Irish cream. As I said, I have a video of this on YouTube already. I just wanted to make this to show you using my sweetened condensed milk, homemade sweetened condensed milk. So there it is. I got a full bottle of Bailey's. And now I want to taste it. This is the first time I've made this with a sugar-free sweetened condensed milk. That should be enough to get me started. Let's see what that tastes like. So there it is, my first homemade copycat Bailey's Irish cream made with my homemade sweetened condensed milk that is also sugar-free. So I can offer this to people who are diabetics or on a keto diet. Oh, that's good. That's really good. So excuse me, I'm going to go sit outside. I think I'm going to do some reading outside on my deck.